Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, faculty members, distinguished guests, it is my considerable pleasure to welcome you to our annual commencement ceremonies. This certainly qualifies as the high point of our academic year. That is, unless you count the flood that wiped out the carpet in the Academic Technology Building, or the snakes and the mice in the faculty wing. But no, all joking aside, this is definitely the high point of our academic year, and anybody around here who doesn't believe that is in the wrong business. We want you to know that we are very proud of our bachelor's and master's candidates. Further, we have the high honor of hooding our first doctoral student at these ceremonies, and I'll say more about that later. First, however, I would like to introduce you to our distinguished guest here on the stage. Beginning on my left, I would ask our guests to stand as I say their name so that you can understand who we're talking about here. First, Dr. Peter Likens, President of the University of Arizona. Mr. David Patterson, friend of the University South Foundation, Incorporated. Regent Fred Boyce, member of the Arizona Board of Regents. Ms. Helen Ann Rimley Danowitz, graduate speaker, graduating with a master's degree in educational psychology. Ms. Jody Marie Pirtle, undergraduate speaker, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Education. On the second row, Dr. Sue Evans, President of the UA Faculty Forum. The Honorable Dr. Craig Johnson, Councilman for the City of Sierra Vista and Associate Dean for External Affairs. Dr. Renee Humbert, Superintendent, Sierra Vista Public Schools. On my right, first row, Dr. Randy Groth, Associate Vice President and Dean, University of Arizona South. Mr. Ken McCrae, President, University South Foundation, Incorporated. Dr. Richard Arribas, Dean of the College of Architecture, Planning, and Landscape Architecture. Mr. James Moffitt, Jr., President of the Associated Students of the University of Arizona South, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Education. Ms. Celeste Snyder, Alumnus of the Year 2004. Mr. Eric Knapp, Economic Development Director, City of Douglas. Dr. Karen Nicodemus, President of Cochise College. Ms. Elizabeth Irvin, Vice Dean for Administrative Affairs, University of Arizona South. I'm about to introduce you to Randy Groth, who is the dynamo that runs U of A South. This is a man who never met a challenge he didn't like. Whether it's pushing the campus into Pima County, or confronting the bees inhabiting the sculpture outside his office, he's up for anything, especially things that offer to build the branch campus he's headed since its inception as a branch of the University of Arizona. When I came to UAS in 1996, we had one building and something like 6 tenure-track faculty members. Shortly thereafter, the campus added a building for the language program being conducted for the Department of Defense. Randy went to the legislature and lobbied for our next building, our Academic Technology Building. While that was happening, we built a facility at the Arizona Folklore Preserve in Ramsey Canyon. We currently have under construction an observatory for which we have acquired a telescope so that we can take advantage of our nifty location to do a little stargazing. We now have 24 full-time faculty members and will be searching other positions next fall. Essentially, Randy has been the point person for all of this. Meanwhile, he has also been named civilian aide to the Secretary of the Army with the protocols of a 3-star general. I get tired just reading Randy's schedule. But ladies and gentlemen, here's the boss, Associate Vice President and Dean of the UAS campus, Dr. Randy Groff.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Regent Boyce, President Lincolns, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, friends, family, and of course, graduates. It gives me great pleasure to be here on this stage tonight for my 14th commencement ceremony right here in Vista, Arizona. It's going to be a great ceremony tonight. We've got the President of the University of Arizona with us. We've got a member of the Arizona Board of Regents. We've got student speeches, faculty speeches. We should be out of here in 4, maybe 5 hours at the latest. Over the years, as June indicated, we've had a lot of growth, and we've witnessed several milestones. We had a couple of milestones this year, in fact. The first was we had a separate commencement ceremony earlier today in Pima. We did move into Pima County, and as a result, we had 31 graduates today, just like you, that went through a ceremony. We probably had 250, 300 people in the room at Santa Rita High School Auditorium. It was a wonderful ceremony, another major milestone for U of A South. And additionally, to this year, we have a separate tenure process at University of Arizona, separate faculty and a separate process. And this year we had 2 faculty members, and I'd ask those 2 faculty to stand up because they need to be recognized for their accomplishments. We had 2 faculty members that went from assistant professor to associate professor with tenure. That's Ruth Karchner and Diane Friend. Would you please stand up and be recognized? We also have another first, because with this separate tenure process, as you progress from assistant professor to associate professor, you also progress to full professor. And for the first time ever at U of A South, we had 2 faculty members progress to that level. And I would ask Jake Jacobs and Joni Adamson to please stand up as new full professors at U of A South, homegrown. Yesterday, I received a letter that I think you might be interested in. It's dated May 6, 2004, and it says, "Congratulations. On behalf of the citizens of the state of Arizona, I would like to personally congratulate the graduates of the University of Arizona South Campus at their 2004 commencement ceremony. This outstanding accomplishment is a profound reflection of our dedication to education. I am pleased to have the opportunity to recognize the graduation class for your hard work, perseverance, and commitment. This graduation ceremony is only the beginning of a new and exciting stage in your life. These graduation festivities are certain to be a source of many happy memories for you and your family, your friends, and the faculty who saw you through this academic challenge. Once again, congratulations and best wishes in all future endeavors. Yours very truly, Janet Napolitano, Governor, State of Arizona." Finally, on behalf of the administrators, faculty, and staff of U of A South, I would like to thank you for choosing to complete your degree through this campus. We have enjoyed having you as a member of our campus community and look forward to hearing from you as you move ahead to new challenges in the future. The friendships and professional relationships that you have developed during your time with U of A South will remain valuable assets to draw upon as you begin or continue your career. We will be here to assist should your plans include graduate school, additional classes to expand your career option, or courses that indulge your passion for learning. As you leave our campus, you join the elite ranks of the alumni of the University of Arizona. This new alumni status brings with it the knowledge that you have graduated from one of the finest institutions in the country and the responsibility to ensure that future generations continue in that tradition. Please remember that your success is an inspiration to students and families throughout Southern Arizona who hope to follow in your footsteps and reach their own educational goals. Congratulations on your impressive achievement. Thank you.
I first met Sue Evans when we were in graduate school together. So when I came back to Arizona after some years, I was pleased to become reacquainted with her at UAS. Sue is one of the old guard on the faculty, which means that she's been around here at least a couple of years. Actually, Sue and a few others of us have been here for 8 years now, which makes us true UAS old-timers. Sue has served as president of the Faculty Forum this year, and as such has been very much involved in faculty development activities. She has brought in speakers and planned workshops so that faculty could be introduced to new methods of teaching, research, grant writing, etc. Faculty have greeted her efforts with enthusiastic participation. As a branch campus faculty, we are often barred by sheer distance and travel time for participating in main campus activities. So having these activities come to us is very welcome. Sue has been heavily involved in mentoring graduate students, a service activity for which she simply does not receive enough credit. She is a master teacher, and her student evaluations are such that many of us would kill for them. Sue has also received the first sabbatical leave ever granted by UA South, and she plans to do a study of educational practices in India. She leaves in July, and I'm sure she'll miss us all terribly. Not. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sue Evans.
University of Arizona what? Regent Boyce, President Likens, Dean Groff, distinguished guests, friends and family, faculty and staff, and most importantly, students. Yeah. Today is all about you. You knew that, right? Yeah, okay. But actually, every day at the University of Arizona South is about you. This campus exists to serve students and to create the conditions under which students can get a good education. Now, what do we mean by a good education? You knew you were going to get a lecture, right? Yeah, you saw who was standing up here. A good education, of course, is one that ends with the students feeling competent and prepared to undertake their field of study, whatever that is, and to go on to do professional work. But actually, a good education is more than that. Are you sorry we waited till today to tell you that? A good education also leaves you feeling humbled. Humbled because you now know how much you don't know. And it also leaves you excited to keep learning, to learn more. And a quality education is even more than this. As a society, we all have to work together if we want to flourish. And a well-educated person gives back to society, to the society that nourished us as we went through our growing years and our education. So a good education leaves you eager to serve society also. On behalf of the faculty, I would like to tell you students that it's been a privilege to work with you. We hope we've served you well. As you leave us today, I hope that you feel competent and humble and eager to be of service. I especially hope that you feel that you got the good education that you deserve. We wish you well.
James Moffitt is here in his position as president of the Associated Students at the University of Arizona South. James is a wonderful student, and we know for a virtual fact that he will be a wonderful teacher. James has, in fact, been one of my students in the last phonics class I taught. I won't tell you what grade he made. Grades are private. Let's just say it's hard to do much better. For those of you who are becoming teachers, you will find that you will have students who are good students, but not very good people. That's unpleasant, but it's true. You will also have students who are good people, but not very good students. That's just the way it is. But you will also have students who are very good people and very good students, and those are the ones you will treasure, and James Moffitt is one of those. In fact, I can't think of anything negative to say about James unless it might be the fact that he has a tendency to wear t-shirts with fairly provocative messages on them. But since I do that myself, I can't complain about it. James has been a member of Gamma Beta Phi, an honor society for successful students, a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honorary, Golden Key International Honor Society, and was recognized in USA Today for his academic achievement. Last week, the Sierra Vista newspaper ran a full-page story about him. I'm so jealous. Nobody ever read a story about me. I would recommend him to anyone looking for a fine teacher. Renee, that's a hint. Ladies and gentlemen, James E. Moffitt, Jr.
So, this is what nervousness feels like. Didn't think I experienced that, but I do. President Likens, Regent Boyce, Dr. Graf, distinguished guests, faculty, family, friends, and the class of 2004. It is my pleasure to speak with you this afternoon on this momentous day for both of us. I would like to thank you for allowing me to serve as your student government president for 2003-2004. When I was looking to write this speech, get all this advice from all these different people, and I was talking to somebody this morning, they said, if you're gonna get nervous, you have to look at the whole crowd, and you kind of have to think that they're sitting on toilets. That's what they told me. That's what they told me. So, just so you know, if I look at you weird during this speech, it's because I'm picturing you reading the newspaper or something on the toilet. Okay. And advice from my mom, she says, James, I mean, you have to make sure that there's not a black background behind you, because you know, I don't want you to blend in. You gotta. To the graduates, congratulations on your tremendous accomplishment. You are to be applauded. To the families, thank you for your support, love, and sometimes patience. You are also to be commended. Personally, to my mom and dad, this gift of education you have afforded me is priceless. Words cannot articulate how appreciative I am for both of you for your sacrifice and guidance. Now, I don't want this to be really long because I'm just as excited as you are to get this diploma and get out of here. But I want to say a couple things. You know, the regular, I encourage you to make a difference and inspire somebody to do all that other stuff. And I want to say it because I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I didn't pay all this money to have a wall decoration on my wall. I did it so I could make a difference and inspire somebody to have somebody follow in my footsteps. And I know each of you is going to do that. In closing, I looked everywhere for a quote to leave you guys with. Some profound, magnificent statement that you guys would all remember. I looked online, I looked in books, couldn't find anything. Being the elementary school teacher that I am, I was led back to Dr. Seuss. So, I took Dr. Seuss's poem, All the Places You'll Go, and I changed it around, put my own little spin on it. So I'm going to read that for you guys. It says, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have drive in your heart. With a diploma in hand, you're off to a great start. College is over and you know what you know, and you are the guy who'll decide where to go. Out there things can happen, and usually do, to people as brainy and scholarly as you. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll move up and up the promotional tree. Your bosses will say, he's my best employee. With your head full of brains and your diploma in hand, UA South has made you the best in the land. You'll soon reach the top, you'll get the big cheese, an office with a view, and vacations in the Keys. But lifelong learners we are, you and I, learners of everything under the sky. Oh, the places you'll go. There's fun to be done, there are jobs to be had, and corporations to run. And the incredible things you can do with your education are out of the realm of even your imagination. Successful as can be, in newspapers, radio, and even on TV. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll struggle to succeed. You'll question yourself and your ability to lead. but succeed you will, though your difficulties mount. Succeed you will, though your problems you can't count. Succeed you will, though you may begin to doubt. Succeed through many a disappointing day, though your mood may get crabby and your smile may fade. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kids, you'll change lives. So, be you study computers, math, ed psych, or business administration, family studies, history, poli-sci, English, or education, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your occupation is waiting, so get on your way. Thank you.
Dr. Peter Likens began his tenure as president of the University of Arizona in July 1997. Dr. Likens has a truly remarkable professional biography. He served for 15 years as president of Lehigh University in Pennsylvania. He was provost at Columbia University. He was a member of the faculty at UCLA. The list of boards on which he serves and has served is truly impressive, and his honors go on and on. What Dr. Likens means to UA South, however, cannot be summed up in a list of his accomplishments and honors. His support of our institution has been strong and ongoing. He has referred to himself as our greatest champion, and he has assisted us in such areas as getting our own curricular control and getting our own degrees passed by the Arizona Board of Regents. We are indebted to him as a campus for being a source of strength for us and a source of solid support. Now, there's one line on his official biography that I find intriguing. The line reads, Dr. Likens is recognized by the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and its Hall of Outstanding Americans. Now, I wondered if this meant that I could have a t-shirt made up that says, our president can pin your president. Probably not. That would be undignified, and I don't think Dr. Likens is very big on undignified. But we are very pleased to be able to introduce you to our university president, Dr. Peter Likens.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. I love to come to Sierra Vista for this commencement of the University of Arizona South. It has a family feel to it. The scale makes it possible for me to see you as individuals and wonder about your story. I see among you in various years grandparents, parents, grandchildren. I see in the audience the same, the children, the parents, the grandparents. It all feels personal. And I look at your eyes and I wonder about your story, or yours. James has a story too. He's not going to tell it. He's got a t-shirt on underneath those robes. I've not seen that t-shirt, but I know it's there, thanks to Dr. Evans. I expect that every one of you has some tough times in that story that leads to the triumph of this day. And that's a good thing, because it makes you strong. It makes you appreciate this education that Dr. Evans was talking about. Education, hard-earned, is so much more precious. It makes you realize that it never ends, this business of trying to learn more and trying to do better. Some of you, I have to imagine, have come back for graduate study after raising some kids and having a life and now finding new chapters, new dimensions in life. And that's special. That takes a certain grit, a certain determination. It tells me that I'm looking not just at educated people, but at quality people who have found the courage and the strength to do what you gotta do to get that degree. So I'm proud of you in a special way. And I enjoy the experience of being among you. I enjoy listening to the students, and James, you're just the first. There are more students to follow. So I will step aside and listen with pleasure and pride and satisfaction to the students who follow me. Thank you.
her letter nominating Jody Pirtle for undergraduate student speaker, Dr. Charlotte Stochek quoted Desmond Tutu, who wrote, "We can make a difference if we are vigilant to create a new kind of society, more compassionate, more caring, more sharing, where children's rights are respected and protected." She said of Jody, "She is a person who will make a difference in children's lives and in school communities." Jody is a serious student, though not such a serious person. She is as upbeat, outgoing, and good-natured as students come. She is said to be creative, open to new ideas, fair and respectful in her dealings with others. She is praised as a reflective practitioner and a person who holds the attributes we want our students to carry into the teaching profession. Jody is the sort of person who gives more than is required, who puts in more time than is necessary, who goes above and beyond for her students, her studies, and her profession. We are proud to introduce a student who so exemplifies the best of the University of Arizona South. Ladies and gentlemen, Jody Pirtle.
Regent Boyce, President Likens, Dean Groth, distinguished guests, family, friends, and my fellow graduates, good afternoon. Today it is an absolute honor and privilege to speak on behalf of my classmates. I searched and searched, sort of like James, for some profound words of wisdom and realized I didn't have any. I sought advice as well, and the advice I got was keep it short, don't be boring, and be yourself. So here it is, straight from my heart. I quickly came to the realization that many, if not most, of my classmates feel the way I do. Excited, with a dash of nervousness. Excited to know what we have accomplished, yet nervous about what the future holds. For us, today marks the culmination of a period of courage, commitment, and accomplishment. This afternoon, it is our time to shine and pat ourselves on the back and say, well done, good job. My time here at the University of Arizona has been an outstanding experience. As we look back on this journey, I would like to share with you a few memories that come to my mind. We've developed friendships. We've stayed up late or gotten up early to work at the computer. Some of us have kept Schlotzsky's in business. We've problem solved, had enormous amounts of caffeine. We've researched, we've learned to clap. And lest we forget, we have reflected. I know there were times we all doubted ourselves and our ability to persevere, as we have challenged ourselves academically, physically, and financially. Some of us wondered, what are we thinking? Just kidding. For many of us, it took a leap of faith to undertake the daunting task of completing or furthering our education. Those who have families, jobs, or a myriad of other circumstances took on the challenge, determined and driven to succeed. Now, it is time to relax and breathe. Take a moment, you deserve it. No matter how long the road was to get to this point, we have made it. We are the graduating class of 2004. We do need to take a moment and thank all of the faculty at the University of Arizona for your support and guidance. Thank you so very much for giving us the tools to succeed in our given fields. Dr. Stochek gave us a love of reading. Flory Simon taught us how to teach reading. Our methods professors taught us how to inquire and critically think. Dr. Evans, thank you personally for your gift of patience and understanding. Your friendship, advice, and genuine sincerity will never be forgotten. To the staff at the University of Arizona, thank you for always being there when we needed you. Thank you to all the mentors we have had during our education, some professionally some personally, some a little bit of both. We could not have accomplished our goal alone. We all sought out the help of others, maybe our family, maybe our friends, maybe just our inner drive and determination was enough to help us succeed. When this day ends and you make new goals for yourself, remember the people that supported you, the ones behind the scenes. Thank them for their friendship, their patience and support. Thank them for putting your education first and for their willingness to set time aside for you to study, do your homework, research, read, write papers. Thank them for their opinions and guidance. Thank them for listening to your thoughts and proofreading your work even if they had no idea what they were reading. I couldn't let tonight pass without thanking my husband for making my dream a reality. I love you. Later, when all of today's excitement and nervousness have subsided, thank yourself. You have earned it. To graduate is a great accomplishment. Whether you started 10 or 2 years ago matters not. What matters is the determination and hard work that brought you to this moment, your moment to shine. Now that we have our education, what will we do with it? Where will we go and how are we going to apply this to life? Our challenge now is to take what we have learned and apply it to life, to make the best use of our time and energy spent here at the University of Arizona. As you prepare to write a new chapter in your life and set new and challenging goals for yourself, remember, keep your eyes on the future, because it is sure to be adventurous, full of hope, achievement, gratitude, and inspiration. Congratulations to my fellow graduates. Be proud of what you have accomplished. Celebrate, smile, laugh, shout, dance, or you could just be quiet, reflect, and pray. Everyone has their own way of celebrating. Today, I encourage you to celebrate in your own way, because a few years ago, this day had been a goal, a vision, and a dream. Ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully reached it. Thank you.
Helen Rimley Danowitz is receiving her master's degree in educational educational psychology. Her nominator, Dr. Phil Callahan, has said that she epitomizes all that one might hope to see in a graduate student. She has pursued her studies with such vigor, maturity, and accomplishment that she has become a model for other learners in the program. Helen has taken her studies forward to pursue a pivotal position at Fort Huachuca. She is now the head of educational development on the Post, and she has helped to bring to UAS an interactive video system that is currently undergoing joint testing with the U.S. Army. Dr. Callahan says that Helen is in the forefront of educational innovation, that she is professionally and educationally very valuable to our program here at UAS. We would like you to extend a warm welcome to Helen Rimley Danowitz.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. And a special thank you to Dr. Callahan for nominating me as today's graduate speaker, for believing and making a difference in all students that you've touched through your teachings. You are truly an exceptional scholar. Thank you. Regent Boyce, President Likens, Dean Groff, honored guests, esteemed faculty and professors, proud family and friends, and most importantly, graduates of the University of Arizona South 2004. I am truly honored and humbled to be standing before you today as a fellow graduate. As I was preparing this speech, I found myself reflecting upon my own journey over the past 3 years and wondering what it is that I could possibly pass on to each of you. For today, you also complete that journey, begun several years ago, arriving proudly at the threshold of a new life. When you look back, can you see how this journey has changed you? As you sit in the here and now, what events stand out in your own minds as experiences that have shown you which path to travel? For we have each chosen a unique path, but have now reached a common destination. And as we become graduates of higher education, we come to realize that it's easier to list the ways in which we are different than the ways in which we are bound together. We are accustomed to describing students in groups: commuters, residents, members of ethnic, religious, or professional organizations, students in particular departments and colleges. These differences should be admired and respected, and as should many of the qualities that we do have in common. I challenge each and every one of you to reflect often upon your own personal journey, always remembering not only what you have been taught academically along the way, but also how you changed, the goals you have accomplished, what you've uniquely become, and what you are now capable of doing. Know that your time spent here at the University of Arizona South will help you arrive at your next exciting destination. And that I hope that you will always consider our modest campus to be another home, a stop on your life's journey to which you can always return. Your time at this university has laid the foundation for a rewarding and fulfilling life, one in which you will be able to make a real difference. As you face the world and all its complicated tribulations, use this education to seek and reach out to that world. Never forget that you're a member of this privileged group, and as you leave here today, that you will have the opportunity to contribute in making the world a better place, wherever life takes you. You will have the power and the ability to influence positively the lives of others in whatever capacity God graces you. I leave you with the words from the late President John F. Kennedy. Let us think of education as the means of developing our greatest abilities, because in each of us there is a private hope and dream that, when fulfilled, can be translated into benefit for everyone and greater strength for our nation. I am proud to be a University of Arizona South graduate and extremely grateful to the university for honoring this privilege to me today and conferring this honor on me today. Thank you, congratulations, and good luck.
Before we begin the preparation of our graduates, I have one presentation that is not on your program. A little while back, a week or so ago, we attended a ceremony on main campus at which Beverly Wilson was named Outstanding Senior for the University of Arizona South. I would like Beverly to come up at this moment and receive her award. It wasn't available to us then, and we thought it would be a good idea for you to be able to see this woman because she is the Outstanding Senior from this college. Okay. We will now have a musical interlude during the preparation of the graduates. Degrees. I would like to explain to you how it is that we came to have the opportunity to hood a recipient of the Doctor of Philosophy degree here at UAS. We do not, in fact, offer this degree on this campus. But Saritha Story, who was a student in the first graduate class I ever taught here at UA South, received her master's degree here and wanted to go on for the PhD. She discovered that while she had to do some of her work on main campus, she could do much of it here in Sierra Vista. She could do internships and practica. She could have her doctoral committee chaired by a UAS professor. That would be me. She could have her dissertation directed by a UA professor. That would be Dr. Evans. Because the faculty here are fully qualified to perform those functions, she opted for that. And when the time came for her hooding, she wanted it done where she had done the bulk of her work with the people who had supported her through her program. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to welcome Saritha Orr Story, hereinafter to be known as Dr. Saritha Story.
Saritha would like to thank her husband, Christopher Story, and her children, Sean, Jonathan, and Kirsten Story. Daniel Gibson. Daniel has previously attended Wayland Baptist University, and he plans to go on for more postgraduate study after he's finished our program. Helen Ann Remley Danowitz. Helen would like to thank her husband Dwayne, her children Summer, Staten, and Bryson, Dr. Phil Callahan, Ike, Carol, and friends and family who were understanding when I said, no, I can't. John Charles Roberts. John has previously attended Western International, Cochise, Hawaii Pacific College, Mount Wachusett Community College, University of Maryland, and St. Edward's University. After graduation, he plans to seek education-related jobs. Miley Urbancic. Miley would like to thank her husband, Mike Urbancic, who supported her wholeheartedly with great love and devotion. Many thanks to him and her family. Greta Celine Clemenhaga. She would like to thank her father, Joel Clemenhaga, an educator his entire life, who died 3.5 years ago. Her mother, Zoe, her undergraduate mentor, Dr. Jacobs. Without his guidance, I would not be here. My master's advisor, Dr. Sue Evans, for her academic rigor. Cheryl M. Vallejos. She would like to thank her mother and grandfather and co-workers for their support and encouragement. Monica, Beverly, Sylvia, Julie, Steve, and especially Harriet for her incredible proofreading abilities. And Sue Evans for her constant guidance. Virginia Lee Looney. She would like to thank her mom for her love and support, Joni Adamson for her patience and laughter, and Diane Friend for her inspiration. Thank you all.
Selena Marie Allen. I'd like to thank my tata and my parents for being the first ones to teach me the value of education, my husband and son for allowing me to pursue my dream, Sherry for watching my students so I could make it to class on time, and for being my advocate, and to all my friends and family for their support.
Penny Peterson Nagel. I want to thank my immediate family, my husband John and children, especially the 2 teenagers at home, Andrea and Christy, for their loving support as I pursued my dream. I'm grateful to Patricia, who truly encouraged her mother by her example of pursuing higher education goals, and now her dream of writing children's books. Thanks to my sister Pam, also my friends. I am indebted to the professors and staff at the U of A South.
Jennifer Lynn Rodabaugh. I would like to thank my husband Andy for his belief in me. I'd like to thank my parents, Boone and Jane, for raising a lifelong learner. I'd like to thank my sister Lindsay and my friends for their encouragement to continue and for helping me take a break. I would also like to thank my professors for their inspiration to learn more.
Heather Fawn Lowry. I would like to say thank you to Dr. Joni Adamson Dr. Mary Lee Sheldon, Dr. Maya Lisa von Snyder, and Diane Friend for their understanding and support. I would also like to thank my husband Greg, my daughter Anna for their love, patience, and support throughout my academic career.
Amber Michelle Smith. I would like to thank my mom and dad for being supportive and helping me along my path. Mary Weaver for her encouragement, and my loving husband who was with me every step of the way.
Kelly Keene Smith. Kelly would like to thank God, his loving parents, and his enchanting wife for their everlasting support. He would also like to thank the entire English department for keeping him sane.
Beverly Jean Wilson, outstanding senior and dean's list. I would like to thank my husband Ron, my daughter Gianna French, and my son Matthew French.
Sarah Jill Adams. Sarah would like to thank her family and friends for all of their support.
Amy Lee Box. I would like to thank my husband Russell, my daughter Georgia, my mom, my friends, and family for their support, guidance, and patience.
Gail A. Kamrowski. She would like to thank her family and friends for their support and encouragement, and her husband Todd for always believing in her.
Angelica Maria Rios. I would like to thank my husband Renee for his encouragement, my mom and dad for their support, Christy and Bernie for being there when I needed them, and my brother Georgie for his influence.
Jacqueline Suzette Rose. Jacqueline would like to give a special thanks to her mother for supporting her throughout her college experience. Melita Ruiz. She would like to thank her mother and family for their support, and a special thanks to Mona for making this possible.
Naima Armenta. I would like to thank my husband and his family, my teachers, especially Dr. Stochek, for her help and support. Also, Larcenia White, Mrs. Barnes, and the fourth graders.
Sharon Ann Kreider. A special thanks to my sons, Jonathan and Jeremy, for their understanding and support. They were troopers. I love you guys. To my best friend, Jan, thank you for all your encouragement and support. I could not have done it without you. Special thanks to Jackie Smith for believing in me, to Flory Simon for stretching me, and to Ike for always helping out.
Erica Del Rio. I would like to thank my parents, Nicholas and Irma Del Rio, to all of the U of A faculty and staff for their help, to all my fellow classmates in the education program.
Lourdes Patricia Delgado. I would like to thank my family, my mentor teacher, and boyfriend, and my brother-in-law for all the support that they've given me all these years. I want them to know that they are a very important part of my life.
Vanessa Yvonne Douglas. I want to thank my mother, Wanda Lakem, my daughter Maya, and my boyfriend Francisco Herrera.
Anna G. Gonzalez. I would like to thank God for helping me reach my goal, my family for all their support, my husband for encouraging me to continue, but most importantly, my children who have given me the strength to continue day by day.
Tien Yu Gonzalez. My husband Jack Gonzalez and my American family have supported me tremendously during my study of these 4 years. Jack, I can never thank you enough for your love and inspiration. My thanks also go to Dr. Stochek, Dr. Schmidt, Mona, Nina, and all the people who have supported me till this moment. Sure, I'll never forget my family in China and my students at Carmichael School.
Janet Jeffrey. First and foremost, she'd like to thank her parents for their love and encouragement. Thanks to her friends and their families for their encouragement. To all those phenomenal people at Meyer Elementary, especially Mrs. Tomlin's class, for showing me how fun life can be, even in the classroom on rainy days. Thank you, Starbucks crew, and above all, thank you, Lord, for this wonderful life you've given me.
Elizabeth Sarah Ocaña Paula Jimenez. I would like to thank my husband, my daughter Nahilia, my father, Mr. Fee, and the Paul and Jimenez families for all of the love and support they have given me as I pursued my degree. I would like to give a special thank you to my mother for her unconditional love and for teaching me que si se puede.
Patricia Lares. I would like to thank my family and my boyfriend, Eve Brown, my mentor, Jackie Schmidt, and everyone at the U of A South.
Andrea Leah Lee. I would like to thank Dave Pettis, Jackie Schmidt, Dr. Maureen Gerard, and especially my mother, father, sister, and Tim, who made my academic endeavors possible and successful. Thank you.
Susan Louise Logan. I would like to thank the special people in my life, Kim Atkinson, and her mom, Linda from Boston, Mass., Bella Vista Elementary teachers, and Village Meadows teachers and friends, and Lynn Thomason for inspiring me.
Manuel C. Luna. Thank you to my wife, my son, and my daughter for their encouragement and support. Thank you to my brothers, sisters, nephews, and nieces for believing in me. Thank you, U of A South, for without you, this walk could not have been possible.
Carmen Denise McGrew. I would like to thank with all my heart my parents, my husband, and my family for supporting me through all these years. You are my inspiration and my reason to keep going. You told me never to give up, and look where I stand before you today. I hope you are proud. I love you and God bless.
Ruth Christine Merrick. A big thanks to all of the officers and members of Gamma Beta Phi. To Karen Kuchka, my and fabulous mentor teacher, thank you for everything. A special thank you to Dr. Stochek, Flory Simon, Dr. Duncan, Dr. Sheldon, Dr. Livingston, Darla Brown, Nina Thaxter, Nancy, Ike. It would have been impossible without you.
Dana Ibarra. First, I'd like to thank God, my loving husband Greg, Kayleen, Alicia, Gabriel, my mother for being my hero and my inspiration, my brother and sister, Larry Peterson, my wonderful professors, especially Flory, and all my other family and friends for their support. I thank you.
Yolanda Maria Orozco. Thank you to my family, Paul, Joshua, Mr. and Mrs. Hector Orozco, Sr., the Garces, Sandy and family, Hector Jr., Crystal and Waylon, Sis, Lisa, John, the Medranos, many friends, and my angel parents watching over us. I don't stand alone here.
Andrew Foster Patton. I wish to thank my family for all the support. Mom and Dad, I'm finally finished. I wish to thank my church, my fellow classmates, and my instructors. You truly are the best bunch of teachers I've ever had. You are humble, gifted people who are available and willing to help people succeed. To my mentor teacher, Sarah, thank you for being so patient with me. Most importantly, I thank God you've given me the grace to accomplish all of this. I can't praise you enough.
Jody Marie Pirtle. I would like to thank my husband, Carl. Without him, this would not have been possible. Thank you for your love and support. I love you. And thank you, Mom.
Lillian Mercedes Rivera. I'd like to thank my children for their support and patience during my educational pursuit. I'd also like to thank the wonderful staff at Huachuca City School and, of course, the U of A South for their assistance and support.
Fatima Marie Romero. First and foremost, I would like to thank my family for supporting me through my roughest years here at UA South. Second, to my wonderful teachers who have pushed me to succeed through all of the crazy work. Third, to my mentor teachers, Mrs. Denise Cox and Mrs. Sylvia Honorable. Thank you for all of your encouragement. Fourth, to those who stood by me, you know who you are. Last, to the class of 2004, I'm glad I had the opportunity to meet each and every one of you. We made it.
Elizabeth Marie Ryburn. I would like to thank my family for always being supportive of me in my decision to attend and finish UAS. My mother for being patient and caring, my mentor, Mr. Norton. Thank you for always teaching me with respect and teaching me so much. Thank you, David, for helping me and being such a great son. I would also like to thank Fernando. You have changed my life, and things are only going to get better. I love you all.
Megan Lynn Short. First and foremost, God, then Dad and Mom, fiancé John for their constant encouragement and prayers, and Marty Payne for her mentoring and friendship.
Felicia Jolie Stiles. I would like to thank my husband Chris, my mother Otilia Vasquez, and my father Joe Ramirez, and my mentor teacher Catherine Schwanner.
Heather Michelle Euland. First, I would like to thank Jesus, because without him, none of this would have been possible. My family for encouraging me in their love. Mrs. Dugas and her class for making student teaching enjoyable. My friends, it was fun. Stephanie, thank you for being here for me and encouraging me. My husband Josh and son Elisha, I love you.
Veronica Mason Valenzuela. Completing this educational endeavor was the realization of a personal goal. Front and foremost is my love and faith in God. I'm very grateful to my husband, Tom, my children, TJ, Zach, Daniel, and Cindy for their unconditional love and support and patience. I love you all.
Rebecca J. Westby. First, I'd like to thank my husband Bruce for believing in me, supporting me, and never letting me think I couldn't finish. Second, I would like to thank my three angels, Caleb, Alex, and Max, for giving up so much that Mom could go to class and do her homework. Finally, I'd like to thank my mentor, Mr. Paul Plum, and all the staff and students at Pueblo del Sol Elementary for allowing me to join them for the 2003-2004 school year.
Lorraine Libby Wilson, first my best friend, my husband Carlton, my dad, my grandmother Lila, Rudine, Paulette, and Paul and their families, my son Carlton Jr., and my granddaughters Brianna and Courtney, nephews Darren Casey, sister-in-laws Gracie, all my relatives. To the other officers and members of Gamma Beta Phi, you're great. Thank you, Sylvia Annabelle, Vicki, Mona, Dr. Stochek, Livingston, and Duncan, Flory, Jackie, and the staff and faculty of UA South. Now to my mother, who is looking down from heaven, I love you, Mom, and miss you so much. Your loving daughter, Libby Wilson. Thank you to my friends and family. First Baptist Academy.
James E. Moffett Jr. I give all glory and honor to God. I'd like to thank my wonderful parents for all their love, patience, and guidance. To my friends and family, your support and friendship is greatly appreciated, especially my Uncle London. And thank my incredible mentor teachers, Cynthia Williams and Lasania White, for all the advice. To some special friends, Fatima, Denise, Andrew, Debbie, Felicia, Heather, and Jody. Thanks for getting through this with me. To my best friend, Latoya, thank you for coming all this way. I love you all.
Mary C. Giacoletti. I would like to thank my mentor, Mr. Bill Sullivan, my parents, Fred and Robin Giacoletti, my fiance, we did this together, Dante A. Franco, and my future father-in-law, Mr. Dante Franco Sr. I would not have made it through without the help of each of you. Thank you. I love you all.
Christy Lou Spear. I would like to thank my husband, my mother, my children, my family, and friends who supported me.
Sharon Thomas, Sharon Thomas. I would like to thank my mom and Lynn for their support, to apologize to my children, Mariah and Benjamin, for being so crabby, and to express my appreciation to Dr. Mary Lee Sheldon. Thanks for always being there.
Dante Adrian Franco. I would like to thank my fiancée Mary, Jack Letty, my father Dante Franco Sr., my family, Bank of America, Visa, and MasterCard.
Ronald J. Hedges. I would like to thank Dr. Sheldon and Mr. Coach Dan Southard, my parents Robert and Martha Hedges, my wife Rosalinda, and my children John, Valerie, and Junior. Go Buena!
Carlos Antonio Mazariegos. I would like to especially thank my wife Andrea for all her love and support. She has been the absolute pinnacle of help and understanding while I was attending school. Thanks to my sons Jeffrey and Nicholas for all their love and support. Special thanks to Dr. Sheldon and to my mentor teacher, Mr. Frank Stoddard, and to all of my teachers at UA South for their great classes and support. I am proud to be a graduate of UA South.
Diane Carol Moore. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your extreme patience throughout my entire college career. Special thanks to my sister, Andrea Lee, with her words of encouragement, gentle nudging. Without her words of encouragement, gentle nudging, I would not be here today. Most of all, thank you to my entire family for your love and support.
Sandra Elizabeth Garcia. First, I would like to thank God, my family and friends for all the support they gave me. Moreover, I would like to thank CCHCI for the opportunity they gave me to continue my education. Finally, I'd like to give a special thanks to my sister Rocio for all her help and support during my years in school.
Maria Martha Ramirez. I would like to thank my mother, Viviana Gomez, my husband, Carlos, and my children, Carlos, Emmanuel, Joel, and Vivian Ramirez.
Zana Padilla. Thank you to my husband, Carlos, for all the patience and support. I love you and Cassie. Thanks to my friends who babysat Cassie while I went to school.
Gabriel Allen Ryder. Thank you, Jennifer, for all your support. Thank you to my family for all of their support. And thank you, Barbara Smith, for all you've done.
Talafua Talawau. I would like to thank my mother, father, and aunts for their support. I would also like to thank instructor Barbara Smith for all that she has taught me.
Heather M. Everson. I would like to thank my husband Bob, son Christopher, and my parents for all of your love and support in accomplishing my goal.
Clara Gonzalez. I want to thank God for giving me the strength to finish my courses, my parents, sisters, and brothers for their unconditional love and support, my nephews and nieces for being always willing to listen to me while I practiced and rehearsed my oral reports, my instructors, advisors, classmates, and friends, and last but not least, my Gabrielle. You'll always be my one and only boo. Thank you for loving me the way you do. Billy, your turn is coming.
Amelia Ann Grosvenor. I would like to thank George for all his love, care, understanding, and endless support. To my mentors, Dr. Jean Keim and Karen Kotner, thank you for your constant faith and belief in me.
Patsy Lee Jones. My husband David Jones for his encouragement and support. Dr. Keim for inspiring me to be the best.
Sarah Marie Kiesler. I would like to thank all my friends and family for all of their patience.
I would like to thank Kimberly Ann Olson. I would like to thank Phil Schroeder, Vicki Rupel, Dr. Pollock, Diane Friend, Nina, Mona, Craig, and Marcy Johnson, my parents, my friend Stacy Peterson and family, Mandy Bolin and family, Manuela Hansen, Dr. Keim, Jimmy McGlynn, Matthew Miller and family. Last especially, thanks God.
Patricia Alatorre. I want to thank my parents, Dr. Alatorre and Mrs. Alatorre, for all their support, and thank you, God.
Kevin Bickle. I would like to thank my wife and family for their support.
Gary Bigham. Gary would like to thank his wife, Judy, for all her love and support.
Sharon P. Bishop. I would like to acknowledge my mother, Josie Sorensen, my sons Steve Bishop and Mark Bishop, for eating all those SpaghettiOs.
Thomas Cook. Thomas would like to thank Alex and his parents.
Beverly Fredericks. I would like to thank my professors, my husband, my parents, my brother, and grandparents for all of their continuous support and love.
Rocio Adriana Garcia. I would like to thank my family for their support and encouragement to continue my education. Muchas gracias.
Susanna Holgan. I want to thank my husband, my mother, my sisters, and my instructor, Dr. Bissell, for their support and encouragement during these 2 years. Thank you.
Scott Allen Larson. Scott would like to thank his mom, Barbara Larson, his girlfriend, Renee, and the rest of his family and friends who have helped him along the way.
Dino B. Meyer. I would like to thank my wife, Melinda, for being there through tough times, and to my father and mother for raising me right. Love you all.
Albertina Moore. Thanks to everyone who has helped me achieve this dream. Thank you, family, friends, and professors.
Azucena Valencia. I would like to thank my husband for his patience and support, and my parents and sisters.
Robin Carol Malinowski. I would like to thank my mentor teacher, Margene Paxman, for her loving support and guidance, my friends Sharon, Kathy, and Dennis, my parents, and my sweet, underlined children, Megan and Michelle.
Teresa Lynn Mendez. I would like to thank my family and friends who supported me throughout my continuing education, especially my husband Greg and 2 children, Alexander and Gabriel.
Yay, Alice Marie Clark. Go Mom! To thank her mother Gloria Clark, son Joseph as a junior here at Buena, and her mentors, Brenda Epps and Jackie Bradley.
Would those candidates receiving the doctoral degree and master's degrees please rise? Mr. President, it is my honor to present to you those candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Arts degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Arizona Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the appropriate doctoral degree and master's degree as recommended by the faculty of the university. In accordance with usual custom, you as individuals are entitled to all the rights and privileges which pertain to your degree here and elsewhere. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Would those individuals receiving bachelor's degrees please arise? Mr. President, it is my honor to present to you those candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Arts in Education, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
By the authority vested in me by the Arizona Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the appropriate bachelor's degree as recommended by the faculty of the university. In accordance with usual custom, you as individuals are entitled to all the rights and privileges which pertain to your degree here and elsewhere. Congratulations.
Please remain standing. Now, to perform the final rite of graduation, I invite Regent Fred Boyce to the podium.
Standing, thank you for that. Just a note as to the origin of awarding degrees and graduation ceremonies. This started some 900 years ago, University of Bologna in Italy. It spread very rapidly to France and England, to the University of Paris, Oxford, and Cambridge. The procedures for awarding the degrees at this university are based upon practices developed at the University of Paris in the late 12th and early 13th centuries. You have become members of a very exclusive club. As the final rite of this passage called commencement and as visible symbol of the completion of your apprenticeship at the University of Arizona South, please move your tassels from right to left, and I think most of you have. On behalf of the Arizona Board of Regents, I extend my warmest congratulations to you on the completion of your degree. You can now be seated. Thank you very much.
Graduates, I want to welcome you to a new community consisting of over 200,000 University of Arizona alumni located all over the world. This is an elite group of predecessors of whom you now become a part. I also invite Ms. Celeste Snyder to the podium to be recognized as the second UA South Alumna of the Year. Celeste was honored at the Biennial Alumni Awards banquet on April 27th. Please join me in recognizing Celeste. Now, can we take a moment and can I ask all of the U of A alumni, not the graduates, all the alums in the room, U of A alums, please stand up. Let's see how many are in this room. All right, graduates, look around at this group and take a look at those people who came before you. It's a great group. I now invite everyone to stand in the room and join me in welcoming these newest members, our graduates, the University of Arizona alumni. Please stand up. And I would like for you to remain standing to join us in singing the University of Arizona alma mater led by Professor Libby Irvin, and the words are in your program. Libby?
You may be seated for just a little bit. I would like to bring James Moffett back to make a presentation.
Okay, there's no poems and no dancing this time, but one thing we do want to do, on behalf of student government, we're going to present a star to Dr. Grau, dedicated to the class of 2004 for the funding for the observatory project that they have going on at Vista.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our ceremonies today, and as usual, I get the last word. Now, I'd be happier about that if I hadn't attended more graduations than most of you will ever have occasion to attend, and I know that no one ever remembers anything said in graduation speeches. So I'll just say we're all very proud of you. We encourage you to go over to the campus for the receptions, to say goodbyes to your classmates and teachers, and then go celebrate. Do remember us. Come back and visit on occasion. But keep in mind that you have now become that most valuable of assets, U of A alumni. So trust me, you don't have to find us. We will find you. Besides, many of you now have substantial financial aid packages, the gift to which you keep on giving. This moment is a bit bittersweet for me. This is the last time I will ever MC this ceremony, as I'm stepping out of the Associate Dean's position and going back to teaching, and I can hardly wait. This will be one of the few aspects of the job I'll truly miss. So next year, you'll have a new MC who will be much more dignified. Less fun, I'll bet, but much more dignified. What's important here anyway. So go out and do your best to make us even prouder. And by all means, celebrate. I know the faculty certainly intend to. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you to stand for the recessional.